And good afternoon. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter along with Keith Fustel on a beautiful fall Saturday here at Laurel Park. Come on out here. Big 10 race card. Bunch of big fields on the world-class turf course. Nice little carryover in the pick six. That starts race 5. We'll get to all today's races. Let's recap yesterday's. We kicked off the 4-day race weekend yesterday. Don't forget special holiday racing this Monday for Columbus Day. We have a nice live racing card here this Monday. But let's talk about the Stronach 5 yesterday. We had a nice price winner to kick it off. We gave out the winning Stronach 5 ticket yesterday. My $72 ticket was a winner. I had the winner, the $17 winner in the first leg. That was the Trombetta Meyerhoff horse from that nice family, a second-time starter. Nice ride there by Pimentel. That gave Pimentel and Trombetta combo 2 wins on the day yesterday.
I tell you, looking at it all the way through, it was a lighter payout than what I thought. When I saw it, I said, this thing's going to pay $10,000, $12,000.
Yeah,
I'm thinking right now the public is tied on. Tulloch gives it out, what, last week or the week before?
Tulloch gave it
You've
out
given
last
this
week.
thing out 3 or 4 times now.
Yep.
We might as well just put a tip jar out there in front for you.
Well,
come on now. I mean,
well,
somebody was paying attention. You gave out the single, right? Your single came through.
Yeah, that was Rip Rap Riley in Laurel Park Race 8. Rip Rap Riley, he galloped, but the big price was the $48 horse.
Sure.
That was the Doug O'Neill horse at Santa Anita Park Race 3. That horse paid $48, and then a $7 winner in the finale. So yeah, I guess everybody just keyed off Rip Rap Riley and had that $17 winner, and then just
maybe somebody knew a little bit about that first.
That horse was stretching long.
That's
sprinted
right,
on the dirt first time,
out,
then stretching long turf second time. So our man Doug O'Neill blows it up in the Stronach. Maybe the whole Doug O'Neill team had the Stronach 5 yesterday.
I know they're fans of yours.
His former assistant Jack Sisterson, he's down in Kentucky. Probably played it. They probably all of the whole team O'Neill.
Take care of our man right here, though. If you're out there, come on.
Hopefully, we'll see him next May at Pimlico for Preakness season. So that was the Stronach 5 yesterday. What else happened yesterday? We had the big Stronach 5. You had Brooks Robinson hit a grand slam yesterday for Mickey Boskin and Hugh McMahon. He ran big at 11-1.
He just rolled right to the front. I know Damon's horse, who I liked on top, gave hard chase around the turn, but Brooks, he was gone. Yep. That was as fleetest foot as I've seen Brooks in a long, long time.
Yep.
Great with the glove. He wasn't the fastest guy, but one of the nicest guys you will ever meet. Great man, Brooks Robinson, and good to see that one win.
He comes out here. You'll see him at the races every now and then. So let's show you what the Pick 6 carryover is today. That's going to start race 5, the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. There it is, a little shy of $2,900. Tim Tulloch, he has a ticket for it. You can study his ticket, all of our tickets. I like the early Pick 5 today. All of our plays of the day and our tickets are on the website, laurelpark.com. Underneath the handicapping section, there's the carryover in the rolling super high 5. That will start race 1, big field in the opener. That bet has a low 15% takeout, the rolling super high 5. And there's the carryover for race 1, a little over 2,800, 2,816 there in race 1 for the super high 5. So that's all the carryovers. Let's show you, we're a week away from one of the biggest days of the year, Maryland's Day at the Races, the Jim McKay Maryland Million, next Saturday, October 19th, 12 races showcasing Maryland sired thoroughbreds. We're going to have a special first race post time at 12 o'clock. On-track events, Kids Corral, the Maryland Million Hat Contest, and also you can get a seat in the Silks Room. $10 for the whole day, includes a live program and a Maryland Million hat. Pretty good deal there. Learn more about all the info you need for Maryland Million Day at our website, laurelpark.com/Maryland Million. And you can learn about how to get tickets for Maryland Million Day, so you can elevate your experience with a nice dining reservation. Also, there's some good press releases out about horses that are already pre-entered for the Maryland Million. Pre-entries are out. You can find all those on our website. So we're just a week away from one of the biggest days of the year. If we have weather like this, we'll have a huge crowd next Saturday for the Jim McKay Maryland Million.
What's the date? 19th, right?
The 19th, next Saturday.
And it's looking pretty good before and after. We're sandwiching. It looks, right now, mostly sunny. Project, the early forecast about 68, 69 degrees.
Perfect.
We will take that.
All right, so that's next Saturday, the Maryland Million. And later on this month, we keep up with big events here on the weekend. The big Oyster Fest and Fall Fest, Saturday, October 26th. We're going to have pony rides, petting zoo, pumpkin patch, trick or treat, much more. We'll have a bunch of stake races that day. So that's Saturday, October 26th. You can learn more. Also, all you can eat oysters and draft beer for $25 a ticket. You can't beat that deal. So go to laurelpark.com/fallfest for more information about that. Just go to laurelpark.com, click on the events on the bottom right of the page, and you'll see all the upcoming events for the rest of the fall. So let's get right to it here. Let's show you a picture of both tracks. The inner turf today is the Kelso turf course with the rail at 35 feet. The outer turf is the Fort Marcy turf course with the rail at 87 feet. We're in the 70s. A little cloud cover, not too hot, not too cold, and nice sport jacket weather or vest weather, whatever you want here for your fall weather. Fast and firm, first race, 110. Let's get right to it here. Race 1 starts the rolling super high five. That carryover is $2,816, low 15% takeout for the rolling super high five. We also kick off the popular early pick five, which is a mandatory payout on this early pick five. Let's industry low 12% takeout. This thing always pays big. You get a price or two home on your ticket, and it pays big. Let's check out my ticket. A $32 ticket here for the early pick five. I like a couple prices in the opener. It's a beaten nickel going 7 furlongs. My price play of the day is the 11 horse Drive at Night, 8-1. He's a 2-time winner going 7 furlongs. Caramanos rides for Damon Dildovico. I like the 11 Drive at Night. I also like the 6 in here, Cuzzy's Western at 12-1. The Annette Eubanks barn had a nice win yesterday. Who was that? Voodoo Valley.
Voodoo Valley
for Eubanks
Victor
yesterday.
Rosales, he kind of weaving through
nice
some
ride.
traffic and got up.
Nice ride. So I like the 6, Cuzzy's Western at a big price here in race 1. The 1, Quit Your Moanin', I think is going to be a suspect favorite, breaking from the 1 hole, going 7 furlongs with an out-of-town jockey. And then the 10, you have to use a New York Hero, second time here at Laurel. First start in the Wayne Potts barn, Jen Miller will ride. So I go 1, 6, 10, 11 to kick off this early pick five. My single is going to come race 2. I single there on the 4, To Be or Not To Be. First off the claim for Dildovico, Joan Rosado will ride. So there's my ticket. Let's see if I can get live here in race 1. Going 7 furlongs, claiming 5,000, 3 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months. Never won 4 is the condition. My top pick on the outside here, price play of the day, the 11 Drive at Night. He's a 6-time winner. He's eligible for this condition because he hasn't won in the last 6 months, but he was on a roll last winter here at Laurel Park. He won 3 in a row. His last win came going 7 furlongs here at Laurel Park with Caramanos aboard, so he ran well last out. He had some time off earlier this summer, and he's had 2 races back, and he rallied well last out to finish a good 4th with a decent buyer going 6 furlongs. Quick time that day, 1:10-3. Now you get 7 furlongs today. All 6 wins for Drive at Night have been here at Laurel Park. I think he'll be a major player in the final strides. I have him on top. You have him right there in the exacto.
Yeah, I think we can use him back third off of a little layup. We got a Stafford Damon later on. We could have been used for this one as well. But Drive at Night, best figure at this distance, a quintessential grinder type of a racehorse, and he'll have some flow to run down here in the final furlong. He's a user. I go to the inside. Yeah, I know it's the rail. Quit Your Moanin'. Freddie Peltrosha, he's not scared of the inside. He'll do his best to work out a trip for a barn that was really cold for a while, but has really heated up over the last 30 to 60 days. Quit Your Moanin'. Multiple horses out of this Army Gray race on September 22nd. This horse is tactical, may get the jump. I think he'll be in front of Drive at Night, turning for home and past the 8th pole. These 2 down to the wire, maybe to determine it. Quit Your Moanin'. Claim, raises, drops. They've been aggressive with this horse, Stan. I think he's got another one left in him.
Well, you'll get a nice price on him. It's a nice big field, scratched to 3 lovely games. You still have, 11 in here, going 7 furlongs. And I think the race sets up for a closer. Jimbo Brachelli yesterday I was talking to, telling me about how Dickie Small would always tell him the big fields set up for the closers. A lot of pressure, a lot of, more nervousness.
A little frantic sometimes because you're trying to hustle to get position in the first place, those speed horses, especially if there's multiple speeds, Dan. And it looks like the speed's going to be provided by the 5, Jarn and Harlan's Country. They took the Lasix off, the blinkers off last time, and we saw a reversal in form, improved race out of Harlan. Arlen's hunch gets in light with Rebecca LeBar.
How about my price shot I have in the exacta there? Cuzzy's Western. Now his last race wasn't very good. He had the summer off. He had the whole summer off. Came back late September at this level. Just didn't run nothing special there, but he's capable of better. He ran a big race last March here at Laurel, fired a big 78 buyer that day. So this 7-year-old, he's made 122,000. He can show up.
Sure.
He could show up here with the bug Victor Rosales. He's not going to be too far back like he was last out. I think he just needed a race coming off the layup, but he's normally a little closer. Yeah. Only has to carry 114 today with the bug.
Yeah, he's going to force the issue, I think, with a better break and a little bit slowly last time. Looks like an improvement. Annette Eubanks and just kind of like Marilyn McMullen, the horse I like, the 9 Finbar, I'm going to throw in a price. These are 2 trainers you just can't let get away. They sneak up and they beat you out and pay big, when they do it. So Finbar's another one. You get Taylor Hole going to make a big run from the back of the pack at a big price today. 111, 8, 9. Let's roll to the second.
All right, I didn't get to the 8, 9, but you get a decent price on both the 8, 9. So all right, we're both looking for prices here in race 1. A big 11-horse field, beating nickel, going 7 furlongs to kick off the early pick 5. You like the early pick 4. That starts race 2. This is one of the features of the day. A nice starter allowance going a mile on the Kelso rail, 35 feet. Here's your ticket.
Creature feature. This thing's brutal, this race. Race 2, scratch Bandito. Okay, we're going to take out Bandito. I think favoritism's going to go to the 9. Market Bubble. Probably going to end up about 3-1, maybe 5-2 for a Duarte. Not a whole lot splitting these horses. I'm in agreement with you. I believe the 4, to be or not to be, can move up a little bit in the new barn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Third race, we whittle it down to the 1, the 2. Taking a shot with the 1 back with the prior trainer and owner, Christopher Seal. Looks like it's an all or nothing kind of deal for Happiness sent from the rail. Single of the 8, Bell Mullet. Not completely in love with Belmont on the drop, but man, it looks like the spot to get it done today, and I had to find a single along with this in this whole sequence. 5th race, 2, 7, and 8. They certainly look like the 3. $21.
All right, let's take a look here. Race 2, a big field, 1 mile, Kelso rail, 35 feet, a 25,000 starter allowance for 3-year-olds and upward. Never won 2 lifetime. Now the 2 Bandito is a scratch.
Right.
He's out of the race, so he was the 5-2 morning line favorite. So if you said favoritism, you think is going to go to the 9 Market Bubble, who we both use, but we both have the 4 on top here. What kind of price do you think we're going to get here on to be or not to be? Ran big last out, a big 68 buyer, just got beat ahead and claimed by Dilo DeVico. Now he lives here at Laurel Park, doesn't have to ship.
Right.
Laurel Park's his home. So we both have the 4 on top. What kind of price do you think will be?
9-2 to 6-1 in
okay.
that range. This is a pretty even race. You saw I spread like crazy in the early pick 4. You've got the scratch of Bandito, and to be or not to be, I can see kind of Damon's reasoning as well. He has 10 Ike, a horse that he's transferred into his barn that has improved. Keen up how that horse was only beaten a couple lengths by 10 Ike, saying, all right, we're going to claim this horse for 16. We'll work for this 25, 2 in life condition. Had a great setup last time. They were blazing through a contested pace last time and made a move look like the horse was going to go home free at the 8th pole, but was run down by a big price. I think Mead Avenue was an awfully big long shot that day. But I think in the barn, like I say, not having a ship, a slight edge, and you'll get a square price. You should.
And he's running back in just a little over 30 days. That's what this barn excels in. They like to run about every 30 days. That's why I like the barn, and it works for him. Big sample, 31 to 60 days. That's when they like to run back in that period. The 26% and a big positive ROI. So I like that. They have a positive ROI in turf races. So the 4 we both have on top here. The 7 I use in my exacta passport went to the front last out against a tough group of starter handicap horses. High Noon Rider, he's one tough customer. They were going 1.5 miles that day. Now this horse cuts back to 1 mile today, so he'll be dead fit in the final strides. He won't be going to the front today, I don't think.
Yeah, his turf races work. The race at Monmouth, I know that was a state bred race back in August 4th. That works. Positional speed, I guess, against this group. Seville Barber, I'm going to come back to as well, the 3 for Tim Woolley. A little cat and mouse game. They had this horse in for a tag, scratch, it dropped down, now back protected last time, dueled and faded. they still protect Seville Barber. Not a ton of quality speed. I think he hangs on and stays the trip much better this afternoon. He's a user for me with Toledo.
All right, in the 9 we both use Market Bubble. This horse going to be the favorite. It's been right there at Monmouth, but those have been against claimers. Good buyer speed figures, but I think maybe a little tougher group today shipping down here to Laurel Park.
Good. Yeah, and some key horses out of those last 2 races. Will probably settle in mid-pack once again. There's not a whole lot of speed. This horse has been on the lead in the past. Looks like he's kind of changed his running style of late. Going to be that shorter price, 3-1-5 to 2 range. Duarte, man, he runs some horses. They look great. You know, they just never seem to like kick on like they probably should. I don't know. A little deceiving.
How about Gas Money? Gas Money, a big debut at 9-1 for Neil Morris. Jose Garcia rides his 3-year-old by Seville. Tough group today, facing winners for the first time, but he'll get a nice ground-saving trip and try to make a late late rally here. Gas Money for Neil Morris might be a decent, might be live at a decent price.
We thought he was a sneaky user in debut. Just looking, that was a race, not a ton of form. Proven horses in that debut on September the 29th. But look at the short comment. 4 wide the first turn, worked between horses. That's like a seasoned vet. I mean, to overcome all of that, those obstacles in debut. So that says a lot about the moxie of the 1 Gas Money.
All right, so nice starter allowance going a mile and a Kelso there. Race 2, let's take a look real quick. Race 3, we're on the main track, 5.5 furlongs, 25,000 starter allowance for filly and mares 3 and up. Number 1, 2 Lifetime. We both pick against the 2 Jumping Michelle. Your 9-5 morning line favored. I don't use her at all. You don't use her on top. You go with the 1 Happiness on top. I use this filly. She had a nice debut score for trainer Christopher Seal last March of 2018 at Tampa. A big debut score by 11 with the 78 buyer. Then was in a different barn. Now first off the claim back in the Christopher Seal barn.
Yeah, got the horse back claimed. Looks like it must have been a sale or something. So hey, said you want this filly back? He went in and grabbed her for 16,000. She looks like an all or nothing proposition to me. She reverts back to those first 2 races. Her internal fractions look good. I think she's going to have to be hustled hard to get position. But hey, why not back into the barn for Christopher Seal? But Jumping Michelle is going to be the favorite here. She's going to be a shorter price for Claudio. Burning some money. You see the last 2 times. She lay a little too close. I did not expect her to be up on the lead. You'll see her taken back a little bit further, I believe, with Carrasco. I don't think they want to duel. They want to sit a couple lengths off of it and make the move. Because I think the 1, if she's not just right on her game, you've got some other speed horses in here to force the pace, like My Side Princess and the 6 Chicken Dinner. Even Odd Gal might press it. But I think Jumping Michelle, little change of tactics today.
All right, I didn't go with the 2 at all. She was a vet scratch at the gate last week or a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what happened there, so I'm going to stay away today. I go with the 3 Stay Out on top here. 111 the weight assignment here with the 7-pound bug Avery Wisman aboard for Dale Capuano. A sharp maiden score here at Laurel Park, and then ran 2 back in August, and then had a bad trip last out on the turf. They tried the turf, no good there. Back to the dirt today with 111. I think that's going to work here for the 3 Stay Out.
Yep.
I use on top. You like her as well.
I do. I think she's a player in here, Stan. Yep. Let's go to the 4th.
Race 4, we kick off the middle pick 4. Back on the turf. We're going 5.5 furlongs on the Fort Marcy. Rail 87 feet. Maiden claiming 16,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. I have the 2 Powerback on top. You like the 2 as well. We have a video spotlight from Powerback's last race, late September, maiden 16, 5.5 on the turf. A real good third this day.
This is like a stretch run that should make the 11 o'clock news, right?
Right.
Look at this through the final 1/8 of a mile. Powerback shifts to the outside and made some strong runs. You got Shadow Boxer battling it out. Look at this. I'm just going to sit back and watch it. Powerback, I thought, got up. What was this? Nose all the way through. Shadow Boxer. Doof. Just holds on, though. Shadow Boxer, Powerback just missed, but good turf debut, encouraging. Now drops to the inside, can get covered up a little bit, might even enhance that run.
All right, so I have the 2 on top. I think Weston Hamilton will get a ground-saving trip on the inside. You have the 8 on top. I like the 8 here.
Yeah.
Bell Mullet's going to be your favorite. Mark Reed, Julio Correa, they're a solid 26% and a positive ROI. This horse, last time on the turf, showed speed and then got a little tired. That was against Maiden 40.
Yeah.
Now we're trying sprinting on the turf against Maiden 16. So whole different ball game today.
Actually ran a lifetime best right on the dirt off the claim. That wasn't the easiest, 25. Maiden claiming 25. That's a tough little race. You go back to the last turf sprint, June 28th against Ready to Run. That's the Kieran horse, I believe. Took off of Susan Cooney. Ended up going down and running third in a stakes at Colonial after that. There is some speed in this race, but Bell Mullet's going to hound it the whole way. Going to be an awfully short price today. It's do or die for me as I've got him singled.
All right, so I like the 8. I used a 10 in the exacta here, mid-skipment for Jerry Robin, the X-Man. A couple good efforts down there at Colonials against Virginia-bred maidens on the bottom, sprinting on the turf. But he ran a couple decent races. Maybe the X-Man can get a sharp break on the outside and just get a nice stalking trip here on the 10 mid-skipment.
Yeah, it looks like he's figuring it out. I mean, had some trouble. I remember that race at Laurel. Lunged, ranked 5 wide in the first turn in that amateur rider race. Wasn't real comfortable. Stepped slow the time before that. I think the light bulb's kind of going on for this horse. Is he quite quick enough to go with a horse like Bell Mullet or Carthage early? I'm not sure, but I do think he's got a rating gear, and X-Man will try to navigate a trip from just off of it from the outside.
All right, so nice big field there. Race 4 to kick off the middle pick 4. Let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, the Rainbow pick 6 today. Nice carryover, a little shy of 2,900. Tim Tulloch has a ticket for it. We'll check it out right after this.
Join us for Jim McKay Maryland Million Day on Saturday, October 19th at Laurel Park. Come with friends and family to Maryland's Day at the Races, a celebration of Maryland's horses and lots of fun for all ages. Enjoy a full day of racing, including on-track entertainment between races. Don't miss the hat contest, 3 categories and wonderful prizes. It'll be fun for all at Laurel Park, Saturday, October 19th. For more information, visit MarylandMillion.com or LaurelPark.com.
All right, welcome back. Today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 starts race 5. Nice starter allowance field. Nice carryover. Let's show you what the carryover is. $2,891. I gave out my Pick 6 ticket yesterday. Hit for about $500 for 6 out of 6. Let's see if we can give out the jackpot today. Tim Tulloch, he's given out the jackpot a couple times. Here's his ticket, $64.80 ticket. He has a single in race 9. Let's check out his single here. The 5 I use in my exacta. It's a Shalding, who's your 6-5 morning line favorite in that race. He'll be tough in there. He'll be a tough favorite for Claudio Gonzalez and Victor Rosales. They hit about 39% together. I go with a 12-1 shot on top there. Perfect exchange. But the 5, it's a Shalding, going to be a popular favorite in race 9. That's Tim's single on his pick 6. He uses the 2-7-8 here in race 5. Let's take a look here at the first leg. This is one of our features of the day, a $12,500 starter allowance for filly mares 3 and up. 1 mile Kelso turf rail at 35 feet. I go with the 8 on top here. You like the 8 as well. Let's start with the 7, though. We have a video spotlight on the 7, Pugilist, your 7-5 morning line favored. Let's show you her big win last July right here at Laurel Park.
Yeah, she was able to dictate it. 30 cents to the dollar that day. Gets away with things all on her own, the front end. Look at that, 49 for the half. And just is going to roll home from here. Just really doesn't come under any kind of pressure from jockey Sheldon Russell till about the 3/16 pole. Right back, faces some tough races up at Saratoga for an A other than pretty strong group there, and follows it up with a trip down to Kentucky Downs. Now, did some of that traveling take a little bit out of her, Stan? That's the key. She gets some relief in here with the scratch of the 1A, though. I Dream of Lois, so I thought was going to be a pace presence. She is out, as is the 4 and the 6. So a Pugilist, I think it's going to be her race to lose on the front end.
I like her. I use her in the exacta. She's been well traveled her last couple races, but she's had over 30 days from that last race down to Kentucky Downs. She'll be right there. She lives here. She's stabled here at Laurel Park for Brittany Russell. I use her in the exacta. You like the 8 as well, though. Fed Up, Fired Up's run. This 6-year-old mare by English Channel, 3-time winner on the Laurel turf for Donnie Barr, Jorge Riaz. Riaz had a 2-win day yesterday, didn't he? Or at least he had 1 win yesterday. He had a good day yesterday, and he's having a good fall meet. He's on the 8, fed up, fired up. He's been on this mare the last 5 starts. They've all been very good starts. She had a nice win, 2 back right here at Laurel Park. I was against Open 12-5 company. She won by 4.5 that day with a 76 buyer. That's a pretty strong win against Open 12-5 company. She backed that up with a good second against Open 16 last out. So I think Riaz gets a good trip on this mare. Is in good form right now, and she's a little tougher company today. But she was a good third against Starter Handicap, a good third behind Pugilist when they hooked up 4 starts ago. So I think you like her as well.
Ruiz, I mean, he knows her perfectly. He just sits back, starts the run about the 3/8 pole, and she's followed through. Got nipped by a long shot last time. Jump Start My Heart. Horse that we like for Dale at a big price, but fed up, fired up, boy, the consistency is there. You got to love that, and you got to take a look at the 2 as well. Carta Bianca, look at the condition, right? The 12-5 starter. You don't see this too often. I don't know if I've ever really seen this when paying attention to the horse over at Dax in France. Claim for 11. I guess it's 11,662, right?
Sure.
Getting eligible for the race. All right. Facing some tough horses. Took a lot of play when coming over first time in the States at Keeneland in April. Dynatail, we've seen her around. She's a really good horse on the turf. So Carta Bianca back to the mile distance, I think, is going to be fine. Needs to stay, keep Pugilist in her sights by the quarter pole, because I tell you, the 7 might just have things just too easy on the front end this afternoon.
All right, yeah, Jerry O'Dwyer barn, they're rolling, so they're live with the 2. The 3, Ordinary Love's been right there. Her last 3 starts. Gets Vargas aboard today for Douglas Nunn.
Okay.
All right, so we like the same 4 horses there. Race 5, let's turn the page. I like the late pick 5 today. That starts in race 6. No carryover, but as always, that industry low 12% takeout. Let's check out my ticket real quick. $48 late pick 5. It's a beaten 8,000. Going 7 furlongs here in race 6 to kick it off. The 3, Southside Warrior, is going to be tough on the drop for Trombetta. The Trombetta barn with 2 wins yesterday. Alex Cintron had a win yesterday. The 3 is going to be tough. But I like the 4, Kingston Pike. Mark Reed, Julio Correa galloped last out. First off the claim, won by 6. So I go 3-4 to kick this late pick 5 off. Couldn't find a single on the late pick 5, so I end up with a $48 ticket. You can study that some more online, laurelpark.com. Let's check out race 6. Claiming 8,000, 3 and up. Haven't won a race in 6 months. Races entered for 7,000 or less, not considered in the eligibility. We're going 7/8 of a mile. The 6, Kingston Pike, just galloped last out early September. First off the claim, Mark Reed claimed this 4-year-old for 8,000, gave him a couple months off, and found a nice beat nickel spot. And he won. That was a nickel, never won 3 lifetime race, and he galloped. He won by 6, so it's a much tougher company today. But the horse is in good form. Correa and Mark Reed, 26% together. So I go with the 4, Kingston Pike on top, trying to beat the favorite.
Yeah, I mean, did what he was supposed to do last time off the drop and off the claim. Okay, on the drop and off the claim, I should say. I wish I was special. Did came back to win. Ran an okay race. Beat an okay field. Kingston Pike, though, the way the barn has been going, teaming up. Yeah, you've got to respect off the claim. Should sit a stalking trip in here. The pace, I think, could be okay, but I'm hoping these 2 horses avoid a duel on the front, and that would be the 7, Cash Exchange, and the 8, Spartiatos. The 7 coming back very quickly after a gutsy effort, wide the whole way, chasing the great provider. We know how good that horse is at this $8,000 to $12,000 level. Now you're getting in condition. Spartiatos, though, got a stat on that one. Yeah, so let's go this for Damon. This one we could have used earlier. Past 3 years dirt, 5 for 15, 33%, and 9 for 15 in the money. Third off of a layoff, 10K or less. Okay, ROI 460, that works for me. This horse was a recent scratch. Third off of a layoff, horrific break. 2 races back, one behind Cash Exchange. Spartiatos, I don't know if he's quite as quick as a 7. We'll see. Just stay. Both these horses have a little bit of heart. They can carry their speed. I just don't want them get tangled up in something 22 and change, 45 and change around the turn. I think if they go out there and relax a little bit, they might get a jump on Southside War, but he's the one to beat. He's going to be breathing down their necks more than likely for Trombetta and Cintron on the drop.
All right, so nice beat, 8,000, going 7 furlongs there. Race 6, let's turn the page. Big field, race 7, 6 furlongs, maiden track. Maiden claiming 40,000 for filly mares 3 and up, and scratch to 2 Bellatrix's Wand, who was my top pick. So I end up on another first-time start of the 4. Don't Baggage Check for Mike Trombetta of the barn. Nice win yesterday with a second-time starter. This filly's by Quality Road out of an Indian Charlie mare. I like the breeding. Been working right here. Doesn't have to ship for the debut. A couple 5-furlong workouts recently. And this filly, a Maryland bred, so she's eligible for the waiver here. So I think they're taking advantage of that. So I like the 4 on top. You have her on top as well.
Yeah, Quality Road, Quality Stallion. Mike's done okay with his 3-year-old filly first-time starters over the last couple of years. He's got a positive ROI. The full brother, a winner, a 3-time winner, 3 for 15, made 157,000, ran upwards of an 83 bar. But they were all long. Okay, they were all long on the dirt. So let's see what Don't Baggage Check can do, what she can do first time out on the dirt. I like this sharp improvement in recent work. So I'm going to use her on top in a field that I don't think is just, loaded with absolute talent. We'll see. Kickstart My Heart, I think, will improve off of that last race. Really was too close to a quick pace. Sits, makes her run into it like she did in debut. The 6, Too Much Minutia. Everything's a lean towards the turf and synthetic when I looked at the breeding of this one. But, hey, must be showing okay in the morning because Jamie Ness is going to move this horse from turf to dirt. Has teamed up with Acclaim Racing Stable for years and won a lot of races.
All right, so we both have a first-time starter on top. The 4, we like the same 4 filly mares there. Race 7, let's get to race 8, another big field on the turf. 5.5 furlongs, Fort Marcy rail, 87 feet. Maiden claiming 25,000 2-year-old fillies in this race. The 1, Tunstall, I like your comment here. 6 wide at the 8th pole, but she made up a bunch of ground at 12-1. She was 11 out. She had to break from the 1 hole in debut. 11 horse field, sprinting on the turf. Tough assignment. And she fell far back in a bunch of traffic. And then at the 8th pole, she rallies. She angles 6 wide and makes up a bunch of ground. Gets beat less than 2 lengths. So now right back in the maiden 25. Much better post today from the 5-0. Weston Hamilton back aboard for Dale. Weston and Dale 28% and a positive ROI. So I have the 5, a filly by a 2-year-old daughter of Seville on top.
Yeah, sometimes you just get lost down inside, right? It's your first start.
Absolutely,
you're in a big, gaudy field, and they're running away. And it doesn't really sometimes matter how much training you had in the morning, right? It's just a whole unique experience for you, something new. And Tunstall figured it out late. The jock was able to get this horse in the clear and closed up. Bahamian Royalty, if it's a 2-year-old race, and Cal Lynch has got a firster, she has to be used, or he has to be used. This one, and no different. Bahamian Squall, a newer stallion, has had a turf sprint winner. It was a maiden breaker, I believe, for 25 for George Weaver a few weeks back, out of a mare that was 0 for 11. But both siblings that have raced are winners. One was a debut winner, and the other one did win on the turf. That's good enough for me, just as winning percentage. And we know what he's done with the X-Man of late. They're hitting at a really good clip. I think Bahamian Royalty catches a questionable field in debut and can get it done for a proven trainer with this type of horse.
All right, the 1, The Devil Made Me Do It, I use in my exacta. Good second at this level. Last out here at Laurel, comes out of the same race as Tunstall does, right? So they come out of the same race. This filly was in front by 2, turning for home last out, and just couldn't. Got a little tired. Just got beat a length, but couldn't prove. That was a lifetime best, so she couldn't prove again today. I think if she makes another step forward, she'll be right there at the 8th pole. Can she finish today? I use her in the exacta.
Okay. Well, I think that might have been the Niall Seville horse that got him the day Niall had 2 winners, if I'm not mistaken. He's got a first ring here by Speightstown. We talked about Tunstall, the 11. How about Paul's Plunder? By Aconite. He's 22% with the turf sprinters over the last 5 years. The mare was 2 for 10. She was proven a half to a 3-time winner on the turf. And when Salzman and Ruiz team up, pay attention because they can get you some good dividends. Yeah,
big positive ROI when they hook up. All right, so big field on the turf there. Race 8, let's turn the page. Race 9, we'll kick off the late daily double. We're going 5.5 furlongs, claiming 16,000 filly mares 3 and up. Never won 3 or straight 3-year-old fillies. Let's start with the 5. We both like the 5.
Yeah.
It's a Shawdings, your 6-5 morning line favored. We have the video spotlight of her last race, late September, 6 furlongs, same condition, a good second this day.
Yeah, this day, I mean, it's a Shaw thing on the front end. Castle Ridge, though, is going to blow right on by, is going to go ahead and win by open lengths. Now, Castle Ridge came back yesterday and a pretty tough other than. Just couldn't really get close to the top. Was about 3 out of it. Went wide around the turn and dropped back. I would have liked to have seen her run a little bit better. But It's a Shaw thing is going to hang on for the place. Will she be able to come back to that 70? I'm not sure. That might be a hair of an inflated number, Stan. Because Castle Ridge had never run anything like that before. I think it was like a 76. But It's a Shaw thing is the quickest early. She's going to go ahead and get St. Clair. Every right to hang on against this field for Claudio. I go to the inside, maybe a slight upset with the one Proud Mandate, dropping down out of the optional 50. Other than at Parks. Had the best part of the racetrack, 2 races back, couldn't get it done with a buyer 63. But Nations, it looks like a give up, but he does okay with his give ups. He's 4 for 8 with a 50% tag drop the last couple of years on the dirt, 6 for 8 in the money. So Proud Mandate, I think she might be able to keep the 5 in her sights and kind of grind her down late.
All right, so I like both the 1 and the 5. I have a 12 to 1 shot on top here. The 7 Perfect Exchange. Make the rider Carlos Carrasco. Carlos Carrasco on the 7 Perfect Exchange. Trainer Amy Cortez, she gallops for trainer Rodney Jenkins in the morning, so she must have liked this filly and got the filly off of Rodney. Right. And she's run 3 positive races and a real big effort last out. Won by 7.5 at Delaware. Now, that was an easy, small 6-horse field, 12-5-2 life. She steps up to tougher company today, but I'm just thinking the filly's confidence has to be sky high. She likes the new barn she's in, and if she'll get a good trip on the outside today. So I go with the 7 Perfect Exchange, stepping up in class today. So she's got to make another step forward today for the new barn.
Yeah, I mean she's never really run like that last time. Something clicked, and she went off just to run away and hide. Will she be able to do that today? This is a step up, no doubt.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 10, we're going 5.5 furlongs on the main track, claiming 10,003 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. We had a big late scratch in this race. The 8, Amu, who was 7-2 morning line. I had on top. I thought he'd gallop. He was my best bet of the day, but he's scratched. So we both end up on the 9. I changed my picks a little bit because originally I was 8-2 in here. But when the 8 scratched, I had Campari on top. He's coming off a long layoff, and I think he'll run well. He should run well at this level. I think he kind of rallies to get a piece of it. I don't know if he can win coming off this long layoff, so I use him second. We both have the 9 kosher contract on top for Dale.
Yeah. I mean, you pulled the switcheroo yesterday, and look what happed. You give out a pick 6, you give out a Stronach 5. I love it.
Right.
I think
that's what I changed. I went off Sunday Red to the favorite. Sunday Red won.
Sunday Red did win in that race. Boy, yeah, just under a little hand ride. I guess they said she must not like the whip, but boy, she was able to hang on late. But kosher contract, real quick, turf to dirt last time produced a top number for him. That's good enough for me. There is some speed to target. I think Madarlin Cara, who rated and made a wide move last time just to drift and fade, is going to be on the engine here. He's going to be the one to catch for trainer Noah Abramson with Kevin Gomez. But I think kosher contract kind of stalk and pounce move today with Sheldon.
All right, so we both have the 9 on top. We like the same 4 filly mares there in race 10. Beautiful weather. Come on out here. Enjoy the Saturday afternoon at Laurel Park. Get outside, watch some live horse racing. Go up to the sports book, watch some football. We have it all covered here for you today. Dave Rodman coming up next with today's scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.